I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. Pink slips are going out at St. Luke's Cornwall Hospital. The hospital announcing the workforce reductions in a statement released today, saying about 60 job cuts will be made, roughly half of them representing currently filled positions at their campuses in Newburgh and Cornwall. Hospital President Robert Ross said the combination of reimbursement reductions and the decline in inpatient volume helped create a $10 million operating loss that forced the decision to cut staff. No bedside nurses are among the layoffs. The positions reportedly represent about 3% of the hospital workforce. In the statement, Ross said difficult decisions must be made in order to sustain quality of care and services to the community. Calling it a life and death situation, nearly 24 senior citizens picketed outside the Cornwall branch of St. Luke's Cornwall Hospital on Wednesday, adding their voices to political office holders and others opposed to a hospital plan to cut the emergency room hours at the Cornwall campus emergency room. The hospital has applied to the state health department for permission to close the Cornwall emergency department from 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. each day, citing low patient numbers. But the picketers, many of them members of the Highlanders Senior Citizens Club, say the extra time it would take to bring emergency patients to St. Luke's and Newburgh could make an overnight medical crisis even worse for those in the Cornwall Highland Falls area. The picketing was the latest attempt to convince hospital officials to change course. A Highland Falls man has been identified as the victim of yesterday's car-truck accident on Route 52 in the town of Wawarsing. A state police investigation determined that a car driven by 24-year-old Sean Howell was heading eastbound when it went into the westbound lane to pass other vehicles. His car went out of control and collided with an oncoming box truck. Howell was taken to Ellenville Hospital, where he was pronounced dead by emergency room personnel. The driver of the box truck, 28-year-old Bobby Luangciota of Ossining, was not injured. The crash tied up Route 52 traffic for several hours. A City of Newburgh man who admitted to his role in a Newburgh shooting last year was sentenced to 15 years in prison today. 25-year-old Jason Lowe had pleaded guilty to a robbery in a Liberty Street apartment house where 2 people were shot during the course of that robbery. Lowe also pleaded guilty to a felony assault charge for injuring a corrections officer at the Orange County Jail. An accomplice, Malcolm Rich, is currently serving an 8-year prison sentence. And on Newburgh's Liberty Street today, Orange County Executive candidate Steve Newhouse was talking crime. Flanked by several area police officials, Newhouse promoted a plan that he says will make the streets of Newburgh and other county communities safer. It includes better law enforcement relationships with communities, adequate staffing in the county attorney's office, and tougher code compliance in problem areas. Newhouse says in Newburgh it means balancing crime fighting while gaining support within the inner city community.
I need to be able to attract businesses here. At the same time, those reverends, I have spoken to them, I've met with them. They realize in order for the members of their congregations to be safe and be able to grow and raise families here, they need to be safe. And in order to have jobs here. And that's why I think they all understand that they have the same goal. They want safe streets to live in, safe streets to have jobs in, but that's only going to happen if they work cooperatively with the police department.
Newhouse says his plan strongly mirrors New York City's crime reduction efforts over the past 20 years that led to job growth and increased tax revenue. Well, beginning January 1st, the Middletown mayor's salary will go from $39,000 a year up to $75,000. Mayor Joe DeStefano, who's running unopposed for re-election this year, signed a local law that boosts the salary. The move had been approved by the Common Council earlier this month. The mayor's salary has not been raised since 2001. Supporters of the change say the higher salary will attract more mayoral candidates in Middletown and bring the salary in line with other municipalities that have full-time mayors and supervisors. A battle's brewing in Kingston, where owners of a building on Sterling Street vow to fight the shutdown of a business that they say is an alternative lifestyle community center. The business, called Feel Me Breathe, has not been granted the zoning variance it needs to remain in operation. Some have labeled it an S&M club and that it should be classified as adult use. Owners say it's not a sex club and that they will take whatever steps necessary to reopen. It looks like any rain should move out in time for the weekend. Until then, we'll continue to enjoy above average temperatures for this time of year. Friday will be partly cloudy with a chance of a lingering shower early on, and it'll stay mild with highs up around 70 degrees. Saturday will be partly sunny with temperatures getting into the upper 60s. Stay informed by starting your day with the Times-Herald Record, and stay connected to breaking news throughout the day right here at Record Online. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.